spoke to you after the bowl game and after the spring game. You kind of talking about stepping up as a leader. How's that gone this August?
It's going great. Like I said, stepping up, being a leader. I took this whole offseason as a way for me to work and to prove that. Prove it to myself, prove it to my teammates, prove it to the coaches. Just through my work, my effort, my attitude, my approach to every day, whatever the challenge was, whether it was summer workouts, spring ball, winter workouts, fall camp. Just coming in and working every day to build my confidence as a leader and to show the rest of my guys that, I am a guy to look to.
Is there anything Fontel does with you about that leadership role? Does
Yeah.
he push you any harder than he did before? Or
Oh,
in a
yeah.
different way?
Oh, yeah. The page kind of flipped for me from being a young guy to being an older guy in the room now. So he looks to me to handle how our room operates, how we show up, what our energy looks like. Teaching, helping these young guys come along. He definitely looks to me to motivate and be a player coach in our room.
You turned 20, 10 days after the bowl game. Does it feel weird to be in that player coach role at such a young age? And how do you adapt with being so young and having guys who are in your class who are a little bit older looking up to you as a leader?
Yeah, age is a number. I grew up playing ball 2 years ahead. So all my brothers are older. I always wanted to hang out with their friends, and I've kind of always been more mature for my age, older than my age in a sense. And I hold myself to a high standard. So regardless of me being 20, I don't look at that as like a factor in me being a leader, me being mature, and me being a player and leader of our unit that I need to be.
What's Donovan been like in that room? He's seen a lot of college football in his days. What's it like having some of that experience with you guys?
It's been great. He, like you said, he's had a lot of years in college, so he's very comfortable, very confident in the game and the operation of things. So he's very mellow. He's not a very antsy kind of guy just because of how long he's been in this game. So being around him is great. It kind of gives me a realization of like, oh, well, he's been doing this for so long, and I'm looking at how he approaches things and his mentality, and it's a very mature approach, very confident approach, and I think being around him, having the younger guys be around him, has given our room a good perspective of how we need to approach each and every day, approach our prep for this game, and yeah.
Any of the young guys standing out to you that maybe we don't talk too much about, but you've seen something from them in practice?
Yeah, all of them have showcased their abilities. They've all made big plays. They've all shown that they can play at this level. Still bringing them along. Them being freshmen, they've got to get their feet in the water. They still got to get used to the operation, how fast the game is, playbooks, all those things. But they're coming along at a very, very fast rate. Better freshman class than I've seen since I've been here when it comes to understanding plays, coverages, running routes, getting open, catching the ball, making plays. So I think here this season and then within the next few years they'll be a big attribute to our unit.
What has Snoopy done the rest of your year?
His ball knowledge, I can tell just from watching him practice that he's a gamer. He comes out here, he makes it look easy. He's a deep threat, knows how to get open, knows how to catch a ball, knows how to make a play. He always seems to be around the ball, which that's a good thing to see out of a freshman coming in so soon and having that effect at this level very quickly. It's a good thing to see, and like I said, I think over the course of this season and then in the near future, he's going to be a big standout in our room.
What was your growth over the offseason?
Everything really. My play, my attitude, my approach, my mentality, really everything. I know I have the physical abilities, but tuning some of those, making those better. Route running, releases, catching the ball, anything in that realm. And then outside of it, just understanding that I am a leader and that I am capable of, being that for this team and showing up every day with the right mindset, the right mentality. Bad things are going to happen in this game. Unfortunate things are going to happen. Good things are going to happen in this game. But highs, lows, just staying right there in that medium. That's a major key in being a leader and being able to go out and do the things we want to do.
Going on 3 years catching balls from Kyron, it's a relationship not a lot of guys in the room have. What all those built-up reps sort of provide you going into this season?
It's big, having a relationship with your quarterback. Obviously, he gives you the pill. He throws you the rock. So, I feel like that's very important to have a relationship with your quarterback. All quarterbacks, that's a big step that me and him have made this year. Me finally being a starter, me being the leader of our room. Me and him becoming very close, very tight, building that trust, having him understand that, whether I'm wide open or whether I'm covered, you throw me the ball, I'm going to make it happen for you, I'm going to make it happen for us. And then me having faith that he's going to give me the ball, he's going to make the right read. It's big because if we go out here in Lane Stadium and 60,000 strong, 70,000 strong, you need that kind of telepathy mind game going on where we both understand that we're going to get the job done for each other and for this offense.
New offensive coordinator, have there been any learning curve or adjustment to the new system?
Yeah, of course. I mean, getting used to a new system has its perks. It is a learning curve. You wiping the slate and creating a new one. So learning all that was definitely a curve. I think now for the better. We've got a lot of schemes, a lot of plays and stuff that I think are really going to benefit us, and we're really going to be able to showcase our abilities offensively. I love Monty. Outside of a football coach and him being the offense coordinator, he's a great guy. I can go to him about anything and everything. He's going to shoot me straight. He's going to be honest, and he's very personable. So, with him being that type of coach, him being very helpful, him being very understanding, it was easy for me and for our offense to learn and adapt to his playing style, his play calls, his schemes, and everybody will see real soon what we're about.
You're asked after the bowl game about the expectations for this season. Have those changed at all, or you guys adjusted to where you guys feel you should be for this upcoming year?
Sky's the limit. There is no real, for me at least, goal or expectations. I think we're capable of anything. I think we're capable of going out, beating South Carolina, going out, winning the ACC championship, competing in playoff games. I think we're capable of all that. If you put your mind to something and you firmly believe that and have an undeniable belief in your abilities and what you want in life, anything is possible, anything is capable. And we've worked our butt off this offseason to go out and not have to think, not have to worry, just rely on the work that we've done. And we've came out here and worked our butts off, worked our tails off, just put our heads down, so we can go out this season and anything that happens, anything that gets thrown in our face, we're ready for it, and we'll know how to work through it. And like I said, from relaying off of that, us working so hard this off season, come game time, there should be no thinking. It should just be go, go, go. We're firing when we're ready. We can't be stopped, and it'll show here in the next few weeks.